Over the past couple of years, I've begun to feel more and more like a voice in the wilderness when talking with my fellow left-wing Democrats. I'm that little voice saying, I'm not disappointed. I do not feel disappointed by President Obama. I'm not disappointed by a president who signed the most important piece of social legislation in 45 years, providing health care coverage to 30 million Americans in need of it. I'm not disappointed by a president who eliminated a terrorist who had tormented the American psyche for 10 years. I'm not disappointed by a president who, while disrupting al-Qaeda, has transformed U.S. relations with the Muslim and Arab worlds. In revolutions from Tunisia to Egypt, from Libya to Syria, I haven't seen a single image of an American flag being burned. That would have been unimaginable before 2009. I'm not disappointed by a president who has named 2 women, including a wise Latina, to the Supreme Court. I'm not disappointed by a president who did away with the twisted don't ask, don't tell policy in the military. I am not disappointed by a president who has tried to maintain civility with a hostile political opposition, a president who has maintained the dignity of the office and sought constructive compromise. I am not disappointed by a president who is a shrewd, pragmatic man of reason who views politics as the art of the possible. And I'm not disappointed because I've always accepted a simple truth about Barack Obama. Barack Obama is a politician. This is something that Democrats could always accept about Bill Clinton and about Hillary Clinton as well. But there was something about Barack Obama's soaring rhetoric and incandescent charisma that led people to see him as a figure like Mahatma Gandhi or the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. But Gandhi and Dr. King never ran for public office. It's not just Americans who had this sort of idealized vision. Even President Obama himself felt that his Nobel Peace Prize was somewhat premature. It is with great admiration that I say President Obama is a realist. If the election of 2008 was about hope and change, I think we have to acknowledge that the election of 2012 is about cold, hard realities. President Obama, the man of reason, is confronted by Republicans who are so deranged by his very presence in the White House that they have pushed their agenda into the far reaches of right-wing irrationality. In his recent press conference, the president said, and I quote, "I have gone out of my way in every instance, sometimes at my own political peril and to the frustration of Democrats, to work with Republicans, to find common ground, to move this country forward. Each time, what we've seen is games playing, a preference to try to score political points rather than actually get something done on the part of the other side. And that has been true not just over the last 6 months, that's been true over the last 2.5 years." Unquote. Today, the right-wing opposition has pushed its agenda so far that the reaction has been a shift of America's political center to the left. Poll after poll shows that the majority of Americans support the President's Jobs Act, support higher taxes on the wealthy. We've got at least one billionaire and a bunch of multimillionaires asking to pay more taxes. Young Americans worried about their future are joining forces with union members to protest the economic inequality that has become more and more grotesque since 1981. This isn't class warfare, the president said in speaking of his plan to raise taxes on the wealthy. It's math. I love that. It's so him. This is not about ideology. It's about cold, hard realities. Right now, Barack Obama is being criticized on the left by those who I think dreamed an impossible dream of a progressive presidency. And he's being hammered by a right wing that wants to make the art of the possible impossible. But let's look at the reality. Who to the left of Barack Obama could be elected President of the United States? Ralph Nader? Or some Nader wannabe? Remember the election of 2000? I don't think we want to go there again. And if you don't feel enthused enough to vote for Barack Obama again, consider the Republican alternatives. Rick Perry, aptly described as George W. Bush without the brains. Or Herman Cain, who says if you don't have a job, if you're not rich, it's your own fault. Or Mitt Romney, a man who says corporations are people. I am not disappointed by the way our president has tried to deal with the legacy of 2 wars and an economic collapse. I think America is fortunate to have a president with such a great mind and such a good heart. For people on the left who have been disappointed, the question is, can Barack Obama be more like the president you dreamed of if he's elected to a second term? I'm going to give the president the benefit of the doubt and say, yes, he can.